Hey everybody, so I wanted to drop back in today with a Galactic Transmission, and these channeling sessions are different than the readings I usually do. I actually did all of this work before and I printed it out, and I'm just going to read it to you because this type of channeling, I sit down with this group of galactic guides who are my main team of guides, and I basically am just like, what do you guys want to talk about? And I just listen and see what comes through. And today, what they wanted to talk about is the idea of the multidimensional self and our higher selves that exist in multidimensional realities, which is super fascinating. I've been learning a lot about this lately from my guides, and so it's kind of cool to be able to put it all together to offer to you. But with anything that I channel and anything that I offer here, take this or leave this based on how it feels for you. If it resonates with you, then take it. And if it not, then that's fine. You can walk away from this information. I'm not actually trying to convince you of anything here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read what came through. There's an invitation right now for people to connect with their higher selves. And what I've been shown is that you actually have many higher selves, many versions of you that exist in different dimensions. From the 4th and 5th dimensions all the way up through the 12th dimension, there are higher self versions of you. Most of them probably don't even look human, but some of them may have bodies in other dimensions, and some of them may not have bodies at all. But the point is that you have many higher selves. And beyond that, there's also source energy, which isn't exactly a higher self, but it's the source of unconditional love that all of these selves emanate from. So I asked how they recommend that people connect with these higher selves. And what I'm hearing is that it can be very simple. You can just set the intention and the directive to connect with the higher self version of you that is most available on your current timeline, and who is most able to help you on your path right now in this human incarnation. So you might say something like, whichever higher self version of me is most aligned with this point of my human experience, or with the support that I'm asking for right now, I invite you to connect with me. And you should also know that your higher selves are aware of you, all of them, and that your higher selves want to help you. Understand that being a human is actually a very important expression of these higher selves. And your human life plays an important role in the evolution of the consciousness of all of the different versions of you. The choices that you make in your human lifetime actually have an impact on the higher dimensional versions of yourself. So what does that mean? The idea is that when a fractal of the soul incarnates into a human body, the purpose is to have experiences. Those experiences then inform and educate the higher versions of the self. The human comes into the lower dimensions to gather experience, and then those experiences are integrated back into the higher dimensions. So in a sense, the higher self sets certain goals for the human. The human is unconsciously connected to that higher self, which is hoping that the human will accomplish certain things during their lifetime. Usually these goals are about gaining soul wisdom, progressing the soul along its incarnational cycle, or integrating certain lessons or keys that the soul hopes to learn during the human lifetime. Those lessons are then brought back to the higher dimensional self as a way of advancing into higher levels of consciousness. Oftentimes, the things that we do here as humans that feel meaningful to us, the passions we feel drawn to, the things that bring us joy, these are often the very experiences that our higher selves hoped we would discover here. Because there are only certain places in the universe where you can incarnate and have these kinds of experiences. Earth is one of those places where you can discover and ignite your inner fire in a very unique way. Because here we have to forget and then remember again. When we incarnate, we forget who we are. And then part of the journey is remembering again and discovering those aspects of ourselves. So it's almost like you come into life with these little codes of remembering, and being human becomes a voyage of gathering clues, gathering experiences, feeling emotions, and moving through life. All of those things slowly lead you back to your soul's expression, your soul's signature, and your soul's intentions. There are certain ways your soul wants to express itself. And part of the fun of being human is that you don't remember those things right away. Instead, you get to play this kind of detective game, following emotions, experiences, and signs that lead you back to your soul's expression. And when you finally come into alignment with it, there's a kind of validation or proof that you chose it yourself, even without consciously remembering that you chose it before incarnating. There's almost no clearer way to establish something true about your soul in the higher realms than for the human to come in and establish it here by choice. Another thing is that sometimes higher selves will actually use a human incarnation as leverage for other assignments or projects they're interested in pursuing. They can come in through the human experience and essentially say, look at what my human accomplished. And that becomes a kind of credential, a demonstration of who they are and what they're capable of at a soul level. So there's an emphasizing of the importance of establishing a connection with your multidimensional selves. And that connection is established through intention and also through consent. Letting your higher dimensional selves know that you are open to their assistance and interested in their guidance. When you do that, those higher dimensional versions of you are happy to step in and support you. They can guide you and communicate with you in many ways. You can ask them to give you a sign. You can ask them to send you a dream. You can ask them to show you synchronicities or send you messages in whatever way will be easiest for you to understand. You can even ask them for assignments if you want. Your higher dimensional self may place a project, an opportunity, or a direction in front of you, something that helps set you on your soul path or leads you to one of the keys you came here to discover. All of this is in service of soul growth and the evolution of your multidimensional consciousness. So there you go. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I know that's a lot, but that's what came through today. So I hope that helps some of you. I hope that resonates with some of you. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on some of this information. So feel free to reach out if you feel inspired.